Ah. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Hello everyone, this is Ronan Blue here in Thailand, Bangkok, and how are you doing? Thought I'd talk about the pros and cons of living here in Bangkok. So first off, maybe I'll start off with the airport. When I landed in Bangkok and got off that plane, the first thing I really felt was the humidity. You know that section where you're just walking off the plane and you just you're walking towards immigration or walking through the gates. Well, there's a huge breeze of humidity, and that's what I first felt in Thailand. And what I also felt was the people around me were no longer speaking English. I mean, that's obvious, but everyone was speaking Thai, and that's a language that I have no idea about. I tried learning a bit of Thai, but really I didn't do any prior research on what it would be like in Thailand. Maybe I should have, but I kind of wanted it to be a surprise. And but so far I'm really happy to be here. It's so relaxing, and I'm just walking through a park right now at 7 o'clock in the morning. But let me just get into the pros and cons of Thailand before I start rambling on here. But one of the first pros that I really saw was that it's really green here for being a capital. I would have thought that it would have been like concrete blocks. I mean, there's sections that are concrete, but there's a lot of greenery here and parks, which we really love. Like the park that we're in right now would be completely green. I should actually flip the camera around for you to see that. So there are actually a lot of green parks such as this all over Bangkok, and it's great. It's you can see that the Thai people here in Bangkok are taking full advantage of the green that they have in the parks, and I'm really enjoying it as well. And you get some fresh air here as well. They do say that the pollution is bad in Bangkok, but the air so far, to me anyways, it doesn't really bother me. And I have mild asthma as well, but I'm not really feeling that the dirtiness here. Maybe it just depends on which part of the city you're around. So, and another pro would be of how hot it is. It's a great place to be. I mean, it's like 89 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius. And if you come from a very cold country, this place would be paradise for you. And it's like this every day. And we were actually pretty lucky to experience this weather here in Bangkok with the blue skies, and it's not raining, so it's a pretty big pro, I would say, the weather. There's tons of food here, selections in Bangkok. You know, there's street vendors, I mean hawker style places and restaurants where you can just walk down any sidewalk really, and just walk into family run businesses as well, and it's really inexpensive as well. I mean, we're only paying like $1.50 to $2 for a meal, and you're looking at full-size meals here, and we can pretty much survive on $10 a day if we wanted to, just on food. And it's a huge contrast from where you're watching this video from, where food is, or the cost of living is getting more and more expensive over there. So you can stretch out your dollars, and the meals are fantastic. You know, you can't just look at how cheap it is, but they're really well-made meals as well. Although it is the capital of Thailand, it kind of feels like a tiny little village, you know. Just because of all the greenery that's around me, I guess you can say. But the people, the community is kind of really close-knit. I mean, most Asian countries, they're very social within their social circles, whether it be their friends or their families. Everyone's really close-knit, and it brings about a very positive community here in Thailand. But of course, just like any large capital city in the world, it gets pretty busy here. And the thing about Bangkok is that it is a capital. There's a bunch of different places where you can get away from it, the hustle and bustle of the city. Like places such as Lumpani Park, like this one here. It's very beautiful here. I feel relaxed and there's so much space here. There's a whole bunch of different cultural things that you can see, like temples. They're really great to see as well. I mean, you see like these modern buildings with this westernized infrastructure, and right next to it you'll see temples. So, you know, just towering over the city and also over the river, and it's a really great atmosphere, you know, and contrast. You don't really see that back home, and that's definitely a pro, adding that cultural aspect that seems to be lacking a bit in North America. And there's also Buddhism as well here in Thailand, so you can really see how it's really a part of their culture, and they're really open-minded here in Thailand, the people, and I don't feel any stress at all. Like, I come from a background of the Japanese, and we're quite strict on ourselves, you know, but the Japanese are quite militant in the way they think, especially in the business place and outside of that as well. I mean, I'm not disrespecting the Japanese culture, but it's a pretty tough society to be in. But then the Thai, it just seems more, they seem more relaxed, and they tolerate a lot more things than my own culture anyways. So another pro would be that the cost of living, it's obviously very cheap, and everybody knows that. So like I mentioned earlier, the meals are super cheap and they're delicious as well, and accommodation is super cheap as well. You can easily live in you know, the central area of Bangkok if you wanted to, for about $450 to $600 USD, or even cheaper than that a month. If you want, you can actually check out my vlog there on the 6 best reasons to retire in Bangkok. It might give you a different perspective on Bangkok. But there is a bit of a culture shock here as well. Obviously, because everyone's, the majority of people anyways, don't speak English. So it's tough to really find people who do speak English here. Probably out of 10 people, you'll probably find one person who would be able to speak English. But if you go to the touristy areas, then the majority of people are accustomed to tourists, and there are some people who do speak really good English. So it really varies, but you'll feel a sense of culture shock for sure. But you'll notice also that people here drive on the left-hand side, which is different for us. We drive on the right-hand side, so it actually becomes a little bit troublesome, I guess, if you're looking to drive here in Bangkok. There's a lot of traffic here as well. Like, you have to run across the streets or you'll get run over by something. And also I noticed that there's a lot of stray cats and dogs on the streets. So, but then I do see a lot of the locals just feeding the cats on the streets. So that's one thing I noticed as well. It's and there's you know, the Thai people are actually very health conscious. They really take care of their bodies. Like here I see thousands of people just walking by, as you can see, and they're always looking to maintain their health. I don't see too many chubby people here, and they keep their bodies in shape, and that's one thing I really noticed here. But I mean, it might be because I'm in a park as well, but there sure are a lot of people who are exercising out there, so I might not be wrong about that. And another thing would be that Thailand is known for the land of smiles, and you know, people smile here. They're a lot more relaxed than over there in North America, where they're not as friendly over there. You know, they're really laid back over here, and you give them a smile and they definitely smile back at you. They're really friendly people, and like I said, they have a Buddhist background, and they're pretty much accepting, I guess, of what you do. But of course you have to be mindful as well in not disrespecting their culture in any way. As long as you are polite and are respectful for the people around you, then that's something that you want to be mindful for. So tell me what you think of the first thoughts that I mentioned here in my blog today. Maybe for those who are already in Thailand, could also comment in the comment section below of what they think of Thailand, whatever your background may be. I'll be very interested in hear what your opinions would be. If you like this vlog, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell for more of my coming content here. Thank you for watching my vlog. Be free, gain wealth, and travel far.